And we're back. It is Monday, September 29, 2025. It is 6:30 and the market's open. Going to be waiting our first 5 minutes, get some levels set. We're having a bit of a nice recovery in pre-market from last week. Might be targeting all-time highs. We'll see. All right, so it's 6:35. We are. Let me move this chart over first. Sorry. 6:35. We got our levels set. It's gonna be our 5-minute high. Our 5-minute low and pre-market low are the exact same, and then our pre-market high is here. We are above Friday's high, which is a good sign. Yeah, that's everything. So let's wait and see our first break and retest and see what we can enter. Right now the buyers are struggling to get above our 5-minute high. We did have one break above it, but the sellers pushed it down. We're getting a lot of these long wicks to the downside. We are getting a bit of a downward trend as well. Let's see if the buyers will be able to break above this. If not, no biggie. We'll probably make our way down to the 5-minute low. Obviously, we'll wait for the break and retest there and see if we can enter into a trade. Another attempt to break above our 5-minute high. Sellers rejecting the zone. All right, we had our first break and hold above our 5-minute high. Not enough displacement though. Let's see if the buyers can bring this up a little bit more and then get our proper retest down. Nice, that was a lot of pressure building. This popped to the upside. Okay, so we broke into our pre-market highs as well. All right, looks like the market is just ripping without us. Very cool. I need to see a retest though back down into this level before I can hop into something. We do have news at 7 o'clock. It's the new home sales. It's an orange label event. It'll definitely cause like a little bit of a commotion. All right, well, the buyers are just in complete control. I'm getting some major FOMO on this. Unfortunately, I'm not getting a bit of a retest at all just yet. I might readjust and allow for a retest to the pre-market high before hopping into something. But we do need to pull back. This is a very healthy upward trend. There needs to be a bit of a pullback before I can hop into something.
Order submitted.
Alright, so I hopped into a long, barely had a pullback here, started to have a pullback here, but we're seeing more strength to the upside again. Let's see, I might be able to tighten up this upward trend.
Order submitted.
Buyers need to make a new high of day, so we got to break this line right here. Struggling a little bit right now. Looks like the sellers are trying to hold it down. There we go. We just created a new high of day. All right, we've got about 1 minute until our 7 o'clock news. Oh, would have liked to have been out of this and hit our first price target at the very least before 7 o'clock. But looks like we're going to be caught in it. And there's the 7 o'clock news. Not much of a reaction. Okay, cool, good. Let's see if the buyers will be able to hold this upward trend line, hit our first price target, and I'll readjust my second one and call it for the day. President Trump speaks at 10:15 today for whatever reason. I'm not sure what he's going to be addressing, but a lot of other FOMC members are speaking as well, so could cause some issues a little bit further into the market. Don't like that candlestick. Sellers really pushing this down. We still have this upward trend line and this baby support to hold on to, but doesn't look good. Buyers are struggling to hold our upward trend line, creating a little bit of a downward trend, but ideally we still have all the support from pre-market high and still our 5-minute high to retest into.
Order canceled.
Alright, we hit our first price target. Got the strength of the buyers back in finally. Move my stop loss up a little bit. Let's see if we're going to be able to hit. This is an all-time high right here. I'm going to see if we'll at least hit 25,000. Then we could call it a day.
Order submitted.
Alright, this is going to be our last support. I really don't want to see it go beyond into our pre-market highs. Does look like the sellers are starting to take control. We lost a lot of volume in the market too. I'm not sure what happened, but like these candlesticks are super tiny, getting very little movement, not a lot of momentum. And we're going to be stopped out, looks like, unless the buyers can hold the zone. Nope, here it comes.
Order canceled.
Alright, well, we were up like $500, waiting to get our second price target, and then completely turned around. Buyers weren't able to hold this support level or upward trend line. We are holding, well, we're kind of retesting into our pre-market highs. Tell me it's going to start going now. Of course.
Order submitted.
Alright, I had it too tight. I'm going to let this hit all-time high, or not all-time highs, but high of day, and then be done. Buyers are losing steam again, right around this level. For whatever reason, we're struggling with this little resistance level to break above it. We are at least still following this upward trend line. This struggle is painful. Buyers are having the hardest time breaking above into this level. I also don't have a lot of volume in the market. I don't know where people keep going. They just kind of disappeared. Alright, back down into the support zone. Let's get another bounce like we did when we were right here. This is painful right here. Look how tiny these candlesticks are going. Buyers are struggling so hard to get above this. Obviously, the sellers are also struggling to bring this back below this upward trend line. Tons of consolidation. We're gonna get a pop to the upside or downside pretty soon. All this pressure is building up. It's gonna go somewhere. Alright, I'm not sure what's happened here. I'm closing out.
Connection lost.
Connection lost. Awesome. Alright. Never a good sign. Alright, back up and running. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see where we're at with things. Luckily, it's still working in our favor. Alright, well, that being said, I lost internet connection. I'm going to close out of this because I don't want to deal with anything else.
Order filled.
Alright. Sorry for that technical difficulties. It is about 7:50. I am done. Up $400 something for the day. Thank you for tuning in. See you tomorrow.